Okay, see you again, class. I hope you enjoyed the first video sessions because, as you can see, the trailer of the Harry Potter was very interesting. And I hope if you are interested in that kind of movie, you can go to the bookstore and buy the Harry Potter book to read. You will enjoy it. Okay, so now let's move on to the second video for today's lesson. In the second video, you are studying the blueprint 4. As you know, in the unit 2, you study the future form, which is I'll go out tonight. Now we are on the lesson 5, which is about a day trips. And the lesson is on page 28. As we studied the lesson already, you have already looked at some of the important vocabulary. So now I would like to test you a little bit. Okay, everyone, can you tell me what? Sorry. So can you tell me what does it mean a day trip? Day trip, alright, means you have to go somewhere to enjoy, but those journey take only one day. Let's say if you want to go to one of the park near your house to enjoy a picnic with your family, you can go only one day, so we call a day trips. Very good. So here are some of the vocabulary I would like to review with all of you. So there are 4 words, and each word I already give you the definitions. What you need to do here is only to write down the letter that match the words. Let's say number 1, day trip. So what is the correct definitions? A, B, C, or D. Alright, so spend around 1 minute to figure out the answer. Okay, I hope you have the answer. Let's check the answer all together. So number 1, day trip. Which one is the correct answer? Right, it's letter B, a trip for only one day. Number 2, outdoors. So the correct answer is C, not inside a building. Number 3, music festivals. So what is music festival, everyone? Okay, the correct answer is D, a special event with many, sorry, this one is supposed to be many, okay, with many concert. Number 4, relief. So relief, to make bad feeling better. Okay, so letter A. Good. Now let's move on to the main activity that we are going to do today. Because today you are going to listen to the dialogue, and when you listen, you will need to find the answers to those 4 questions as you can see on the screen here. So the first questions, what are they talking about? The second questions, what are they planning to do for a day trip? Number 3, what will they do if the weather is bad? Number 4, which is the last question, what will they do if the weather is nice? Okay, so these are the 4 questions that you need to listen to the conversation in order to get the answer. So everyone, are you ready for the listening activities? Alright, so here you are. This one is the listening activity you can find in your books on page 28. Good. So now when you listen, it is a good idea to read along the way. So now let's get started.
Track 14.
I'm bored. Let's get out of the house this weekend.
Are you sure you want to do that? It's been a long week and I'm stressed out. I suggest we stay in and rest. We could make a plan for next weekend.
But a day trip could relieve your stress. Why not go for a drive somewhere? We could drive up the coast and walk on the beach, go swimming.
I agree that sounds fun, but did you see the forecast? There might be a big storm.
If the weather's bad, we could go to the music festival downtown. It starts tomorrow.
But all of those concerts are outdoors.
Oh, well, If the weather is nice, let's go to the music festival. If it's bad, we should still go to the beach. I promise, it'll be relaxing.
I guess that's a good plan.
Okay, so that's it for the conversations. Do you want to listen to the conversation again? It is not necessary because these are only 5 questions and it is the underlying questions, which means you can find the answer by just listen to the conversation. It is very straightforward. So now everyone, it's time to check the answer to those questions. So question number 1, what are they talking about? So here is the answer, everyone. Okay, they are talking about planning a day trips, whether to go to the beach or to go to the concert, right? So let's move on to the question number 2. What are they planning to do for a day trips? Okay, there are 2 main activities. Are you ready? Number 2, they are planning to go to a coast, which means it has the same meaning as the beach, or go to music festival. Number 3, what will they do if the weather is bad? Okay, so as you can see here, the boy or the man is holding his phone because he is watching the weather forecast. So if the weather is bad, what will they do? Here, if the weather is bad, they will go to the beach. Okay, so how about question number 4? What will they do if the weather is nice? Okay, the answer is if the weather is nice, they will go to the music festival. All right, and everyone, why they go to the beach if the weather is bad? So the reason, because the music festival is outdoor. They are not inside the building. Imagine if it's raining. What will you do when there's a lot of people outdoor? You will get wet, right? So it's not a good idea to go to the music festival when you know that the weather will be bad. So to confirm this answer, whether we get the right answer or not, I would like to let you listen to this conversation again in order to make sure you get the right answer. And when you listen, don't forget to pay close attention to some of the vocabulary that you already learned, or if you have the new vocabulary here in the reading passage in this conversation, you can ask your teacher. Let's say you don't know what's the meaning of the word promise. You may forget this. You can ask your teacher in your online study group. So now it's time to listen to this conversation again. Okay, let me turn on this yo-yo. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Track 14.
I'm bored. Let's get out of the house this weekend.
Are you sure you want to do that? It's been a long week and I'm stressed out. I suggest we stay in and rest. We could make a plan for next weekend.
But a day trip could relieve your stress. Why not go for a drive somewhere? We could drive up the coast and walk on the beach, go swimming.
I agree that sounds fun, but did you see the forecast? There might be a big storm.
If the weather's bad, we could go to the music festival downtown. It starts tomorrow.
But all of those concerts are outdoors.
Oh, well, if the weather is nice, let's go to the music festival. If it's bad, we should still go to the beach. I promise, it'll be relaxing.
I guess that's a good plan.
Okay, so that's it for the listening activity, and I hope you already get the correct answer to those 4 questions here. So now everyone, I would like to end the class right now. If you have any questions related to the lesson, and if you are not sure about each vocabulary in the conversation, feel free to ask your teacher. Now once it's time to say goodbye, and I will see you again in the next video lesson. Goodbye.